Hello my wonderful viewers, welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comment, our opinion about the video we watch constructively.
Are waiting now. What they are waiting and what the infiltrators are waiting to hear from the leadership of this great movement is to hear them say a word concerning the foolishness that our people are displaying today, both in Biafra land or those other ones who are residing in the Yoruba nation and the Arewa nation back home. Is their stupidity and what the stupidity that they are trading in the church today. Even those who that I think they are sensible, they have lived in abroad for a period of time. Fortunately, event has occurred that placed them and showcase them through their real color, how senseless they are. Some of them have become the master of no prophecy, no PVC, no prophecy. They are there, they are here watching me, but I don't care. Lion man doesn't care. I speak the truth. You may be my friend, but when you behave foolishly, I address you as a foolish person. When you behave sensible, I address you with respect. As if you did not cast your vote 2019. As if election was not won in 2019. Is that going to be another INEC? Is Jesus Christ coming to be the INEC chairman that will give you the real accurate accountability of your outcome of your election? I'm asking. Or is that the same jihadist members in INEC? You are Supreme Court's judge. He's a jihadist member. Tanko Muhammad. You are Minister of Justice. Is a grand patron of jihadist member. You are presidential spokesperson. Is a hardcore of a jihadist terrorist member. You are publicity minister. Is a hardcore jihadist member. You are INEC chairman. Is a hardcore jihadist member. Then how is it in this? How do you come in conclusion that you will not come back in shame? I am asking you, and not even with a candidate that is a man enough. They are not even men enough. You see a man, let me analyze what the P2B, how God exposed P2B in that radio interview that a northern accord. No, most of you have been explaining nonsense, defending nonsense. I see IPOB media warriors trying to educate you. Trying to educate you on exactly the meaning of what P2B showcased on that program. But you are there. Instead of you to learn from the wise, you are there fooling yourself more and more, endangering your own future more and more. Another man called. Let me give you the download of that analysis. I am coming for Bremado. Another man called. What the question was, what is exactly what the question is? Should I play it? If you want me to play it, I play it from my system here. What was the question? The question was a very simple question. The Northerner did not ask a bad question. The Northerner who called on that radio program did not ask any bad question. For most of you who said, why must he ask such question? What he asked is an intelligent question that requires what? Intelligent answer. What was the question of the Northerner who called on radio? The question was very simple. Mr. P2B, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, sir, you are coming out for president of Nigeria, but I have not seen you condemn the activities of IPOB. I have not seen you condemn the activities of IPOB. Fine and good. What should be the response? Mr. Kola, what exactly is the activities of IPOB? Very simple and intelligent response. What is exactly the activities of IPOB? Okay. To my best of knowledge, IPOB is agitating for a separate nation. IPOB is agitating for what I call a self-determination, which is their right to agitate. This is what IPOB is pushing for. And in this particular activity of that IPOB pushing for a separate state is in line with self-determination article. Simple. But what did that the same man did? That was the listen. I'm the man who I'm somebody who respect people. I respect people a lot. But when you try to trade your own people for your selfish interests, I will stop you. That is when I will come in, I will stop you. Because what I hate in my life is a man who plays selfish interests than placing his people as first priority. No. Then the same man will not ask you any other question because you have answered the excellent question. But look at what P2B did. He said, I will not support or sit on the round table with those who are engaged in criminality. Listen to me. These two questions was not in any way connected. I want to tell those who went to school that their school is useless. Who cannot extract a meaningful word from somebody's own words. Listen, somebody call me now, Lion Man. What is the activity of IPOB or activities of social organization? What the organization stands for is what I will respond to the person. What the P2B did, he now used his own hand in order way to send a very strong message to his slave masters, Britain and the Fulani, just to tell them that I am humble, I am loyal. A northerner who made the call did not mention anything. What is it? Activity. IPOB now brought in his own wells, what he feel, because everybody on his own choice. He now brought in his own additional condemnation. And what they ask is IPOB activity. So you bringing in criminality to attach to question of IPOB that was asked to him is a completely a sellout of his own people. And he forgot that a man who hated your father will never love you. Is he a man who fought your father, hated your father, pursue after the life of your father, no matter how handsome or how the boy is good, that you will display to that man will never ever love you, because he is a divinely stationed enemies of your father, enemies of your lineage. It is biblical, it is logical, it is completely logical that a man who hates your father will never love you, no matter how you try, no matter how the kind of force you apply. If you're a wise man, what you will do is to go and equip yourself more against that man who hated your father. You have to go and prepare yourself more than your father, and wait for that idiot when he will come for you. But IPOB, in his desperation to tell the jihadists that he is part and parcel of them, he now condemned his own identity, his own automatically and originally identity. He condemned it before the war. Let me tell you something. That was where he disqualified himself. Because one, the intelligent men, even in that Britain, who were looking up to him, have seen him as a man who is not a man enough. The Fulani, the jihadist members, who may be afraid of him, have seen him, he is not a man enough. Because the question was nowhere in any way related. The question was nowhere in any way related. If you talk about criminality of somebody using somebody's name to commit crime, this is applicable all over the world. Some people use administration of somebody to commit crime. Does it mean that that person at that particular administration, at that point in time, he is the one who is committing the crime? No. That is why the whole world fights over crime. The president of this country, the former president of this country who went to prison and he had been released, people use his own administration to commit crime, and the some which he was, he participated on, bans on him. But those who committed the crime in his name are still inside prison. This is the same president, the same way. People are using his own administration to commit crime. Does it mean that he's a man, and everybody knows this man as a man who is fighting corruption? So using organization to commit crime is never a new thing. Church today in Nigeria, criminals are in it. Even though I was telling somebody, I said, if there is any people you need to be very careful about, be careful of Nigeria pastors, because many young men who finish university without work, they run into that place to hide. Church is the most careful place. That's why I say, when you are going to church, go with your brain. Make sure your brain and your mind is very intact. Don't leave your brain at home. I've seen many souls being destroyed through connection inside church. I've seen people being defrauded through connection inside church. So are we going to, because of this issue now, we say, when somebody asks me, how about Christianity business in Nigeria? I will not tell them, instead of me to say, explain it the way it is, like I do always explain it, I will say, no, we still have good men of God and women of God. We still have good churches. We still have Christians who understand the meaning of Christian, while we have criminals who came into it just to hide themselves. The question was asked, what is the activity, have they condemned the activities of IPOB? Period. Now, P2B came in and said, the criminal going on, the killing going on in our land is, I will not support such. The criminal going on in our land, I will not support such. But for some people who is agitating and the other agitators, I will sit on the round table with them and dialogue with them. So, in other way, he is targeting the votes of the Yoruba through Sunday Igboho. In other way, he is targeting the votes of the Fulanis by condemning his own identity and his own brother, his own man who is fighting for them. Because without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, by today, there is no evil politician that will not be in prison. Because that was the original plan of Buhari, of the late Muhammad Buhari coming into power. The original plan to cripple every evil potential business man or woman. Then after dealing with them in the area of business, shutting many businesses down or blocking the income, the economy of the Igbos, then he will now go after their politicians and throw all their voice. All the voiceable politicians in Biafra land should be in prison by now, if not for IPOB. I am opening your eyes today for you to know. That was a projected program before Buhari came into power and died 2017. That was the original purpose of Buhari coming into power. Because they study why they have not succeeded in making it, enforcing the jihadist agenda onto the people of Nigeria. That is what have they been studying all these years. It took them, the plan was not something of 30 years, it took them years. Now they notice that to conquer the Yorubas will be more easier for them. To conquer already, because Hausa is gone. To conquer Benue will be always easier for them. But there is a difficult area. That is the Igbo. That is the Biafrans. So, in order way to achieve that thing, as he came into power, already God have already provided us with a savior. A savior. That is how. This is why I say God God so much loved the Biafrans. Before the arrival of that man, the late Muhammad Buhari, God have already appointed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to stay standby. Because without anybody, without nothing like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, by today, all the forcible Igbo politicians, what I mean by forcible Igbo politician is the potential, those ones that, in every country, there is people you look at and say, these are the heavyweight politicians in any country. Like Kennedy family in the US, Clinton family in US, George Bush family in US. These are the potential politicians in the United States of America. So what they targeted is the potential politicians in the eastern region. He will throw all of them in prison. He will hang most of them. He will execute most of them. But the availability of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB cripple all this project. That's why when I look at the way the politicians from the eastern region are misbehaving against our youth, against IPOB, I say, only if God will open these eyes of these men to see what this IPOB stand for and what IPOB prevented of taking place against them. What they wanted to do is to enslave, even to bring, even by now, if there is nothing called IPOB or Mazen Nnamdi Kanu availability, let me tell you what will happen in the Nigeria state against the Igbos now is.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.